What up? Today we'll find out how to fix these Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale lag and stutters and improve FPS. So, let's get it! Yeah, so of course, first we're gonna discuss the specs required to run this game smoothly. So for minimum requirements, you should have at least the Windows 7 64-bit or Windows 10 64-bit or a higher OS. And for your CPU, Intel Core i5 2500K will do, or an AMD equivalent. For your video graphics card, you should have at least an NVIDIA GTX 672 gig or GTX 1650 4 gig, or for AMD, you should have at least a AMD Radeon HD 7950, or for RAM, you should have at least 8 gigabytes for your RAM. And HDD, it eats up a lot of HD space or hard drive space, so you should have at least 175 gigabytes of HD left on your HD space left on your computer. So if you have some sort of games that you don't play anymore, better to erase them. So for recommended specs, this game requires at least the operating system Windows 10, again 64-bit, or Windows 11, and then for your CPU, Intel i7 4770K or an AMD equivalent. And for your video graphics card, you should have at least an NVIDIA GeForce 974 gig or GTX 1666 gig. Or for AMD, you should have a Radeon R9 390 or an RX 580. And for the RAM, you should have at least 12 gig. This game eats a lot of your memory, so 12 gig or 16 gig of RAM is recommended. And for your HDD, 175 gig is needed for you to be able to install the game. If you have an SSD, it's better. Alright, so for you to be able to check your specs, you should go to click on the search button. Alright, or search, go to search on your computer. It's on the lower right side of the screen. Alright, just click on it and then type in DX diag or DX diagnostics or something. So we're just gonna wait until it opens up. In my computer it's gonna take like a couple of seconds because I got an old generation CPU. Alright, so i5 7th gen, one of those old gens, but it's still good. It's still running pretty well. I can still play like AAA games with it with no problems at all. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna upgrade in a later time, but now I'm just gonna take advantage of it. It's still working, so it's okay. So here you'll be able to see your complete specs, the complete specs of your computer. So you'll be able to see, like, I got like a 20 gig of RAM, i5, and then display. You'll be able to see your your graphics card. I got a 1660 Ti NVIDIA graphics card. So you'll be able to see all those things on this part. So you'll be able to see if your computer can run this game, can run Call of Duty Warzone. Alright, so the next step is we need to make sure that your NVIDIA graphics card is fully updated. So you just need to go to nvidia.com/download, and then you'll be able to see drop down menus. Just select the appropriate selections here. Look for your graphics card, the model of your graphics card, and the version of it, and then just hit on search, and you'll be able to download the correct driver, or the most updated driver for your GPU. Okay, and the next one is we need to make sure that the compatibility setting of your game or COD is set correctly. So you just need to go to right click on the game icon, go to properties, and go to compatibility tab. You just need to make sure that disable full screen optimizations is ticked. Okay, and also you just need to make sure that you click on change high DPI settings and click on override high DPI scaling behavior. You need to make sure that that one is ticked as well. Then application, alright, and then make sure that it's set on application, and then hit on OK and apply. All right, and of course, if you have like a low-end PC, or if you want to improve your FPS, you might want to lower down the visuals as well of your computer, or some animations that run into the background. So to do that, you just need to click on your My Computer icon and go to Properties, and then go to Advanced Settings, and then click on Advanced tab, and click on Settings. So every time I'm gaming, I click on Adjust for Best Performance. It's gonna turn off everything, from animation control elements to to shadows, or drop shadows for icons. It will eliminate all of those. All right, and then I click on Apply. And once I'm done with gaming, I just go back in. I just tick again the option that says let Windows choose what's best for my computer, or adjust for best performance. It depends on you. Or you can manually tick the options that means that you want. All right. So that could help out boost, or at least add to your FPS, or reduce lag. Alright, next up, we need to make sure that your NVIDIA control panel is set correctly. So all you need to do is just to right click anywhere on the screen and just click on NVIDIA control panel. Alright, and here it is. And once you see this window already, just go to Manage 3D Settings and click on Program Settings. Alright, and then click on this drop down menu and look for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare icon. So if you don't see the icon, just need to add it manually. So just click on Add, and if still you can't see the icon up here, just click on Browse and try to find the game manually, the .exe launcher icon manually. So it's easy to do it. It's easy to find it. Just right click on your desktop icon for the game, go to Properties, and you'll be able to see where it's located at, here on Start in Box. Alright, so for me, I got it on Games, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So you'll be able to see where it's located at. So going back, so here, there. So once you've done all of that already, we need to specify the settings for this program. Alright, so for image scaling, yeah, we just need to put it on default, like 100. And then for anisotropic filtering, for me, I put it on off because you can set it later on in the game. And for anti-aliasing mode, we just need to put it on off as well. Oh, okay, there. Anti-aliasing is off, anisotropic filtering is off. Okay, and low latency mode, this is very important. We just need to make sure that it's set to ultra, because this is a competitive game, a multiplayer competitive game. This feature is default by NVIDIA. It helps reduce input lag significantly and also boost FPS. So it's better to set it on ultra setting. Alright, so for your max frame rate, you need to make sure that, yeah, it's turned off. Alright, so in that way, there's no limit to your frame rate. And for your monitor, you need to make sure that it's G-Sync, if you have a G-Sync compatible monitor, yeah, you need to make sure that, it's selected. Alright, so that's for your monitor. It depends on the technology of your monitor, right, or your GPU as well. So for this one, you need to make sure that all GPUs are selected to CUDA GPUs. All right, and also we need to make sure that let's see here. We need to make sure that it's on it. Your GPU is selected, not auto select. You need to make sure that your GPU is selected on OpenGL rendering GPU option. And of course, power management, we need to make sure that it's set to maximum performance so that your GPU can run to its highest performance. Right, and refresh rate highest available, of course. And here, texture filtering. Okay, so texture filtering, we just need to make sure that we set it to performance. Texture filtering trilinear optimization, we just need to turn it on. Alright, this game improves texture of the game itself, so it helps sharpen, or it helps you spot your enemies from a distance if you have a better graphics. Alright, and for threaded optimization, we just need to turn it on. And for power management, yeah, we're done with that. So threaded optimization, triple buffering, VSync. Okay, of course, we need to make sure that this is off, so in that way your computer would not limit the max frame rate that your monitor can provide. Alright, this is a competitive multiplayer game, so you should have the highest FPS possible. Alright, so we just need to turn that off. Okay, and anisotropic sample optimization, virtual rendered frames. Alright, for me I set this to 2. There. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You just need to make sure that your graphics card is selected. You just need to make sure that the power management is set to maximum performance. Alright, those are like most important thing up here. And of course the low latency mode, you just need to make sure that it's set on ultra to reduce lag. So there, I think we're done. And of course VSync or vertical sync, we need to make sure that we turn that off, so that way your game can, your FPS is not limited. So we just need to make sure that that is turned up as well. Alright, so then hit on apply. Okay, and this will only apply to this specific game, so it will not affect your settings with the other games that you have. Right, so okay. Alright, so the next one is to make sure that we set this game into CPU priority. Alright, to do that, while the game is running, alright, there you can see that my game is running. All I need to do is just to go to your task manager, Control Alt Delete to go to task manager, and go to details and look for the game. Alright, look for the game itself. It should have the highest number. Here, it should have the highest number. Yeah, here it is, 700 million. Alright, kilobytes. So it means it's eating up a lot of your memory. So you just need to right click on this icon and then go to set on priority and make sure that it's high. By default, usually it is set to high already, so that's a good thing. And click on the set affinity and make sure that the all cores of your CPU is ticked. Alright, so in that way it can utilize all cores available for your CPU. Alright, but for example, if you went back to the game and you are having issues with audio desyncing or cutscenes lag, alright, you just need to put it on normal. Okay, set it to normal, back to normal, just in case you're having some issues running the game. But we usually recommend putting it on high. Alright, there. Okay, the next one. Alright, the next one is you need to make sure that your PC's gaming option is set properly. Alright, all you need to do is just to go to start menu and go to settings. Okay. Oh yeah, let's go back home. And then go to gaming. Alright, and then you need to make sure that record game clips and screenshots and broadcast using game bar, you just need to turn that off, because yeah, that affects that eats up resources on your computer, so you just need to turn that off. And also for graphic settings, you can also add the game manually up here. Go to, like me, my Warzone is in drive E, and then games, and then Call of Duty Warzone, and then I click on this one. Then there, the game is added on this on this part, and we just need to make sure that we right click on it or click on it and then click on options and put in a high performance, then save. There. So your CPU and GPU will prioritize this game every time you open it. So it's gonna improve your FPS, and it's gonna improve reduce lag as well and stutter. And for the next one, we just need to make sure that the mouse setting is set properly as well. So we just need to hit on the search box and then type in mouse settings, and then click on additional options or additional mouse options, and click on where is that, pointers here, pointer options rather, and make sure that the enhance pointer precision is turned off. Okay, we need to make sure that that is turned off. All right, to get more consistent in aiming, all right, you must disable this one because this feature is the same as mouse acceleration. So, and players have found out that the mouse movement is inconsistent when this is enabled. So you will have difficulties in a little bit of difficulties in aiming. So we just need to make sure that we turn that off. And also, most players that are using budget PCs have also noticed a significant difference in the performance when this is disabled. So when you're gaming, you just need to disable it. But me, every time I'm done gaming, I turn it on again because I'm having a little bit of difficulty on pointing things when I'm working or using the computer. So I'm only disabling it if I'm gaming. Alright, then hit on apply there. Alright, so we're on the game now. Alright, I just set my menu FPS to a maximum of 30 because we're just on the menu, not on the game itself. So all we need to do is just to go to we need to set the graphics setting on the game itself, in-game graphics setting. So we just need to go to options. Alright, and there you should be able to see graphics graphics tab. You just need to click on graphics. Yeah, every time you're gaming, you just need to make sure that this is set to full screen. Alright, you need to make sure that you set this one to full screen. And also we need to make sure that your display adapter is set correctly, whatever display adapter you have. And then render resolution should be 100 or above. Dynamic resolution, we should enable that one there. For aspect ratio, yeah, I just set mine to automatic, but you can put it to whatever you like. And for VSync, we need to make sure that we disable this. Again, if you turn on VSync, it will limit your frame rate, so that will minimize or lower down the frames that you're getting from your computer. Remember, this is a competitive game, right? So you need to make sure that you get the best FPS possible or the highest FPS possible. So for a custom frame rate, just need to disable this one, or should I say put it on unlimited. Okay, brightness, it depends. If it's too dark, you can just set it up here. It depends on it depends on you. And NVIDIA highlights, we just need to disable that. It eats up resources. NVIDIA reflex, low latency, we just need to make sure it's enabled plus boost. Okay, so those are the settings for display. For quality, we just need to make sure field of view, it depends on you. Alright, depends on your preference. So maybe you can put it to 120 if you have a widescreen monitor. Alright, so me, I just put it to 90 there. And camera movement, by the way, remember this is for low-end graphic setting. Alright, low-end PCs. So for camera movement, you should have at least 50% for camera movement. And for streaming quality, you should need to put it to low. Texture resolution, we just need to put it to low as well. For texture, filter, anisotropic, we just need to put it to low. And particle quality, of course, you need to put it to low. Bullet impacts and sprays, disabled. It eats up resources. Tessellation, disabled as well. Dismemberment and gore effects, yeah, of course, those I mean, that one should be disabled as well. On demand texture streaming disabled. Post processing effects. All right. So for post processing effects, filmic strength. We just need to put it to at least 1. Yeah, 1. Oh yeah, maximum 1. And then film grain, 0. Then depth, NVIDIA DLSS. If you have that option in, yeah, you should turn that on. I mean, I think that is, I believe that is only applicable to higher NVIDIA graphics cards. So that will boost up your FPS significantly. So for anti-aliasing, we just need to make sure that this is turned off. All right, anti-aliasing, and depth field, just disable this one. World motion blur, we just need to disable this one as well. Yeah, disable this. And weapon motion blur, of course, this is disabled. Remember, you should be getting the highest FPS that you're supposed to get because it's a competitive game. So we need to disable most of the things here that could eat up your computer resources. That is not really that useful. All right, so the next one is particle lighting. We just need to set it to low. All right, and ambient inclusion, yeah, of course, you need to make sure that it's disabled. Okay, and oh yeah, disabled. And then screen space reflection, yeah, of course, you need to turn this off. There. Okay, so that is for low end computers. All right, those are the settings for low end computers. For high end computers, if you have like a higher GPU and higher CPU, there's a different setting for that. So yeah, of course, again, you just need to make sure that it's on full screen. Okay, the same one. Yeah, you just need to make sure your card is selected. Refresh rate depends on you. Some people have like higher refresh rates. I only have 144. Yeah, render resolution 100% again, same one. VSync should be disabled. Frame rates should be unlimited. Enable plus boost. We need to make sure that that is turned on as well. All right. So there, field view max. So because you have a high-end GPU, the field view, you can maximize it, so you have the better view of the game. Oh, here, yeah, you can maximize the field view because you got a faster graphics card. And for camera movement, yeah, again, for this one also at least 50. Okay, and then ADA streaming quality, yeah, we can put it a high or normal, yeah. And texture resolution, of course, you can put it to high. Texture filter anisotropic, you can put it to high as well. Texture, oh sorry, put it to low, this one. Particle quality, you can put it to high. Actually, it depends on you, but if you have if you have a good GPU, then for me, I just put it a high so that I can enjoy the graphics with the game itself. All right. And bullet impacts and sprays, of course, we just turn it off. It's not really that useful, but it eats up resources on your computer, so better to turn it off. Tessellation, we just disable it. Even though you have a high-end GPU, it's still better if you turn off the tessellation. Okay, because these are just, these could just eat up resources in your computer and can lower down your FPS, but it's not really that useful. All right, so just disable it. And then dismemberment gore effects, yeah, you can turn it on so that you'll be able to enjoy the graphics of the game. On demand texture streaming, disabled as well for this one. And again, if you have a higher graphics card, I'm sure you should have DLSS option available here. You just need to make sure that it's turned on, because you'll be able to get a boost on your FPS. Alright, just remember, if you see DLSS, we need to turn that on. Alright, it should be under post processing effects. It should be under this menu. Alright, so for filmic strength, of course 1. Film grain 0 as well. Deep field view, deep field, we just turned that off as well. Anti-aliasing, world motion blur, yeah, disabled as well. That could just like cause a little bit of sickness for prolonged gaming. For me, motion blurs are, causes a little bit of headache, so I just usually turn it off. Weapon motion blur, yeah, same one, just need to turn that off as well. Shadows and lighting, yeah, shadows and lighting, for me, I disabled that one as well, because it's not that important, but again, it's gonna eat up resources, like usually it eats up CPU usage. For particle lighting, yeah, you can just put it to low, and if you have DirectX ray tracing, if you have RTX, it depends on you. If you want to really enjoy the graphics of the game, you can turn it on, but for me, because this is a competitive game, if you have this option, I would rather turn that off. Alright, and ambient occlusion, we just need to make sure that it's disabled as well. And screen space reflection, we just need to put it on disabled. Okay, there, it's not that important, so we just need to disable that as well. Again, this is a competitive game. You should make sure that you'll be getting the highest FPS possible. And yeah, after this, you just hit on apply, and that's it for the in-game graphics. Alright, so that's it, guys. If you have violent reactions, just feel free to comment down below. If you have suggestions as well, or more steps that could improve FPS, please comment down below. And also, please smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That will be greatly appreciated, as it will help me create more videos like this. And next up, for my next video, I'll be teaching you how to reduce stutter on Diablo Immortal. It's one of the hottest games right now, so we will discuss steps and fixes through common errors in that game. Alright, so peace out.